Okay, we are going to do quarter 4 problem solving number 1. Make sure that you have typed your last name and your first name and your class period in, and then we are going to think about the problem. So we're going to read it. Lauren's lunch at Jimmy John's cost her $13 without tax. She leaves the server a tip of 15% of the cost of the lunch without tax. So what is the total cost of the lunch including tip but no tax? So this means it really happens. I went to the store, I bought food, and I'm going to give them a tip based on how much my meal cost. So you guys are lucky that I'm being nice because it tells me in order how to do these things. So first, I need to figure out how much the tip is. And it tells me that the tip is 15%. Well, if I read these instructions, it says multiply the cost by the tip, but the tip has to be a decimal. So how do I write 15% as a decimal? So if we recall correctly, and it's been a few minutes, I'm sure, what we need to do is move this over 2 places and put the decimal right there. So that means 15% is the same as 0.15. And it tells me multiply the cost by the tip. So the tip is a decimal of 15. I'm going to take the cost of $13 and I'm going to multiply it by 15.15. All right, so doing that math off to the side. Let's not do it there. Let's go over here. 13 times 0.15. At this point, I'm just going to ignore the decimals and multiply the normal way. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 times 5 is 5 plus 1 is 6. Placeholder. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. And then placeholder. And then when I multiply, I get 0, 0, 0. Add them all together. 5, 9, 1. Now here's the part that you need to remember. How many decimal places do you have up here? 1, 2. So I move this over. 1, 2. My decimal point is right there. So my answer to this is $1.95. So my tip should be $1.95. So I'm going to type that right here. I will tell you I've made sure that this can be written as $1.95 like this or $1.95 like that. Okay? So we've done part 1. We figured out how much the tip is. But what the question is asking, what is the total cost of the meal with the tip? So if you recall, it says the second, we're going to add the tip to the cost of the meal because my meal, I had to eat. Ms. Beacon likes to eat. It's $13. Okay? And then I'm going to do the $1.95 tip because my person was a good waiter or waitress or server. I'm going to add them together. And I should get $14.95. And how do you type that? Both ways should work. $14.95. Going to hit submit, cross fingers, view my score, 10 out of 10. So you guys should have this all correct.